All right, good afternoon.
Hey, Doug, on the two deep balls that Stephon Diggs caught, you said you need to look at the tape for those ones. What happened there? Why were there? Why were those
First one,
receivers so wide?
we were in cover four. Both safeties were, obviously in cover four. Their run support safeties, they were low, and Diggs was a good route. Just ran past us, and then Kirk put the ball in a position where only Diggs could make the play. So I mean that was a win for them. Second one. Malcolm was out of position. I know he made some comments about that after the game. He took ownership on that, and obviously we can't do that. Communication, has to be imperative. It is imperative in the back end, and they caught us there again.
So, but they had two receivers that were wide open on that play. So which one's he responsible?
The second one, he should have been back helping Rasul on that one, and that's the one he got caught. In the first one, both guys were both safeties were in run support, and just ran past us.
Are you expecting Peters or Bradham to miss time?
I'm expecting to get a little more information today. We're sending their information off. They want second opinions, obviously, so we grant that for them. So I'm getting more information. Looks like it's a little more day to day with these two guys. We'll see, later today and for sure on Wednesday.
You don't want to miss Jason, obviously, but he's struggled playing through full games. Is there anything to be said for continuity there, that if he's not going to be there, that you can get Andre snaps and reps and all of that?
Yeah, well, first of all, the one thing I love about JP is how he fights through and battles through injury. I mean, that's first and foremost. He's a tough guy, and he's an anchor. With Andre, he gets a lot of practice reps, during the week, and when he does get a chance to play, it's not like it's the first time. Now it's game speed, obviously, but it's not the first time. He actually got the reps in practice. So we'll have to see where Jason's at, later in the week. But Andre will be, fully prepared, fully ready to go if we have to go that route.
How did Andre play?
He had some good plays. He had some bad plays. Quite honestly, he's going against, first of all, a great defensive end. Griffith is a tremendous D end, and a lot of respect for him and his game. And there were times where Andre looked really good, and then there were times when he got a little off balance. We got to do some technique work with him still some more, and just a young player in that atmosphere. But I thought overall he did some really good things.
Doug, which players are you expecting back this week?
Looking at it, we're gonna incorporate Jalen Mills a little bit this week in practice. We'll see where he's at by the end of the week, and if he's capable, maybe there's an opportunity there. Darby, we expect him to ramp his workload up a little bit and see where he's at. So, those two guys would obviously in the back end, as we're starting to get healthy. Deshaun is working. He's still day to day. We'll see again by the end of the week, where he's at. And then, as I mentioned with JP and Nigel, we got to see where they are. But we're slowly starting to get some guys back that we can work into
Do
practice.
you expect those three guys will practice? Do you expect Mills, Darby, and Deshaun?
Mills, Darby, Deshaun probably won't practice Wednesday, but as far as his conditioning goes, we're going to continue to keep running him and use that as part of his rehab.
Do you anticipate mixing it up with the corners once those guys are all healthy, Rasul, Sidney, Darby, and Jalen, and kind of bring those guys slowly and mix the reps? What's the plan there?
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to be careful with Jalen. Number one, he hasn't played in a while, and so that's why the practice is so important this week for him. And I think you still have to have a plan. If he can't go 60 minutes, I don't think it would be smart on our part to put him out there for a full 60-minute game. If he's ready to go. I think Darby, on the other hand, you probably could do that just because he's played this season. So probably two different guys. So I would expect Darby maybe to play a little more if he's healthy and ready than say Jalen.
Doug, what's keeping J.J. Arcega-Whiteside from playing ahead of Matt Collins?
We're in a lot more Tiger personnel, 12 personnel.
Doug, there's no reason why he can't be on the field more than Mac, who I think he has one catch in the last 3 games.
Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've just been in a lot more 12 personnel. That's just what it is. But to answer your question, I guess yes, we could put him in there more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I mean, we
depth
could.
Chart, there's not a depth chart in terms of Mac.
there's a
JJ
game
good
plan.
attention,
There's a
yeah.
game plan depth chart, so that's what we go off of, not necessarily what you see.
Doug, I understand the logic behind deferring at the toss, but when you have been getting off to the slow starts that you have and falling behind, is there any thought to
Sure.
switching that up a little bit?
Yep.
Any,
Will you
wanna
switch it up?
Will you switch it up? Any elaboration there?
Well, it was a yes or no question. Yeah, I mean, it's something I'm going to look at, and I think it might behoove us to make a change, you know, and take the ball, put our offense out there, you know, and try to generate points early in the game, and not fall behind. I think that's all part of trying to start fast.
Seeing that the lack of pass interference penalties that have been overturned, as a staff, are you resigned to not even challenge those? Because there was a play yesterday that appeared questionable. That you
Yeah, and listen, it's tough. It's hard. It's hard on the officials. I get it. I understand that. I've had a couple opportunities this year already to challenge some plays that didn't go in our favor. Timeouts are obviously precious, and challenges are precious in this league, and you never know when you might need one. So, you know, obviously, if there's something there, and we think there's something there, we'll continue to challenge those. But until that time, I'm gonna probably keep that challenge flag in my pocket.
This morning on the radio, you said, we're going down to Dallas and our guys are going to be ready to play and we're going to win that football game. What from yesterday makes you confident that this team's going to be able to right the ship right now?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm. You watch the film, and you know, I also said that people on the outside of this building think the sky is falling, and everything is just crumbling. We're tied, first place in the NFC East. We have a great opportunity against a great football team, you know, on Sunday night to go down and attempt to win a football game. You know, our goals don't change, to try to go 1-0. And you put the tape on this morning and you watch it, and we're missing. We're just missing on a couple of little detail things. And obviously it starts with the coaches, starts with me. We got to make sure that there's great communication in the meetings and the walkthrough, and how we practice and what we do in practice to make sure that we don't make these mistakes in game. You know, for instance, the coverage that we talked about, the blown coverage in the secondary, or communication up front on run plays or pass protection, things of that nature. So there's enough good and positive that came out of this game from that standpoint to get better, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue to improve. Again, you know, Dallas is a great football team. They're reeling like we are, and they're going to come out and play hard. They always have, and they beat us twice last year. I mean, we've got a lot of things, stacked against us going down there. But as the head football coach, I'm going to stand here and show confidence in my football team, because that's what I have. I have confidence in my football team, the guys that are on the football field, and it's our job as coaches to prepare them, get them ready to play, and we go play.
Did you guarantee a win?
Never said that.
Okay,
I never said that.
interpreting it that way.
Never said guarantee a win. No, I'd never do that.
So you
No.
told us attempt to win a game, and on the radio you said we're going to go down there and win a game. Do you regret just the way you phrased it, or?
No, because again, it shows confidence in our football team, and I promise you, Jason Garrett's going to say the same thing with his team. They're going to win the football game as well, and I'm not going to stand up here and go on record and say we're going to go down there and try to win a game. We're going to, man, hopefully we can go win this. I mean, it just doesn't show confidence, and I want to show confidence in our players. We got a ton of confidence in them. We're going to put a good week of preparation in and go play.
How much of your comments to set the tone for the week and kind of send off a motivating message to your team on this Monday as you get ready for that Dallas game? How much were your comments and effort to do that?
Well, I mean, it's Monday, and we're still putting the final touches on yesterday's game as a staff, but at the same time, I want the guys. They got to understand that we've played 6 games, and sure, the season hasn't gone so far the way we'd like it. We've had opportunities in a couple games to win those games, and it could be a different outcome right now. But I can say one thing to the players behind closed doors that I'm not going to say in front of you guys, right? Or to the fans, because And I've got to show that confidence, right? Because I believe in our guys. I totally do. And we're close. When I say we're close in a lot of areas. And you know, we are playing some young guys in some spots. They're getting better every week. And we're going to continue to work, and you know, we're going to get better.
After like Sydney and Rasul particularly had a rough game at cornerback, do you worry at all about their confidence? Do you have to talk to them? Do you have to talk to them about just keeping their spirits up and everything?
Yeah,
like
we'll
that?
have conversations with them. I'll have conversations with them this week, and you know, we just everybody's got to have short-term memory. You know, you can't sit and yeah, sure, okay, you're only as good as your last game. I got that. You know, that's the cliche too. But you get a chance to go back and watch the tape, make corrections, and have conversations with your players, and show confidence in them that, hey, listen, here's the mistake, here's the good and the bad. You know, fix the bad, keep working on the good, and get better. You know, and that's what we got to do.
I know you addressed the fake field goal. The one thing I was wondering was if Dallas had caught it and stayed in bounds, what would Jake had been expected to do?
If what now?
If Dallas had caught it but stayed in
Oh,
bounds.
Dallas.
Yeah, if Dallas had caught it, like what would Jake have? What would?
Well, if he would have caught it, and we caught it based on what we had seen on film and what we had seen the previous field goal attempt, he would have got the first down out of bounds.
Yeah, but what if he didn't get out of bounds? What was the backup for in case?
I wasn't planning on he was going out of bounds. I mean, the play was there to go out of bounds.
As a follow-up to that, Doug,
Then the offense is back on the field.
Yeah, but like Jake would have had to. If he did get out of bounds, Jake would have had to run up and spike the ball. Is that?
I mean, you're assuming that's what would happen.
You're assuming he would have gone out of bounds.
That's right.
as if
Right, but the ball hit him with like 4 players around.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it didn't work.
if
Great play by the Vikings. Enough.
If the play worked as designed, though, what yard line were you expecting to be at out of bounds, and how much time?
We
was that
had
the-
what, we were 4th and 5,
Yeah.
right? And we were at the 15-yard line, something like that, 20-yard line, somewhere in there.
And you would have expected how many shots?
We had 20 seconds left on the clock. We had probably 2 shots to the end zone before we kicked it again.
So was that part of your calculation there? Did you think you
Completely.
had time?
Completely. You have plenty of time. That's a trigger situation for us, and you got at least 2 shots to the end zone.
Couple more, please.
It didn't work, by the way. In case you're wondering, the play didn't work. Okay. All
I
right.
just want to see your logic.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad we're talking about a fake field goal today.
What were we talking about? If they
Not to belabor the slow starts, but this has been such a continuing thread through the whole season. You had one game.
I know I'm going to take the ball now in the first quarter from here on out.
Yeah, we got that. But what have you arrived at? Is there something with your preparation that's not being done? It's extraordinary. I mean,
So you're accusing me of not having my team prepared?
well, I'm asking you, what's
Well, I know this. On the first 3rd and 2, if we block it correctly, and we have an opportunity there to make a first down, stay on the field. Who knows what's going to happen? Defensively, there was a false start by the Vikings that wasn't called. I mean, those are things that are out of our control. We got caught with 10 on the field. That is in our control. So those are things that we can fix. Those are things that we can correct. Those are things that are keeping us from scoring points, besides taking the ball to start the game.
Those 3 runs that you started the game with, were those on script? And what did you see that?
Well, I think I mentioned after the game, the first one was actually a pass that was killed to a run based on the defense. So that was the second play was an RPO, which could have been a pass. And then the third one was a 3rd and 2, which was a run. So
Doug, you
That's
last
what they
one,
were.
please? You've been using Alshon a lot in the screen game. What have you seen this season that's made you kind of go in that direction?
actually, based on his history with us and where he came from, he's a really good screen guy. He's a big target. It's a way to get him the football. He's physical down the field, and it was something we've actually had to play in the last couple of weeks. I don't think I used it the week before, but used it in a couple of situations yesterday. Used Nelly in that situation to get him the ball and to get him not only touches but to me, it's like getting 6, 7, 8 yards on first down if it's a run. You know, it's an easy completion for the quarterback.
Thanks, Doug.
Oh, I'm done.
I can keep going. I got more.